Hi, I'm a Blissy.
Hey everybody, so today I'm just going to do a little video talking about how Sun and Moon felt super crappy to buy. And I don't mean that the games are bad. I like the games a lot. I think they're much better than, hey buddy, I think they're much better than Ultra Sun or regular Sun and Moon. And they're super good games in their own right. Um, but they felt crappy to buy. And if any of you follow the guy who runs Cerebi, Joe Merrick, on Twitter, when the game came out, there was quite a bit of like backlash about these games. People were disappointed by how similar it was to regular Sun and Moon, or they were like, "Oh, this is." People were like kind of outraged, like, "Oh, this is crappy. Game Freak's just ripping off for money." And I think I can go into why it felt so awful to buy these games. And there's three major points. And the points are marketing, uh, double release is the best way I can think of it, and the final point will be called like release time frame. It's the quick release. It came out 1 year later, and so the marketing I think was quite misleading. Um, at first, people were confused. Is this a sequel? Is this not? Will there be a new Alolan forms? How different will it be? And we seemingly got our questions answered by saying it is going to be an alternate telling. So that was, I believe, said from the beginning, but people weren't sure what that meant. It was definitely open to interpretation at the start, which is fine. People started realizing this is going to be more of an enhanced version thing, and I think people were kind of fine with that at first. Especially because one of the game, I don't want to say it's a director, but it could have been a game director, said, "Oh, this is the most different a third version has ever been. People will be disappointed if not disappointed. People will be surprised if they think it's going to be just how like Platinum was similar to Diamond and Pearl. It's going to be so much different. I'm paraphrasing here. That's insane. That's an insane thing to say. Platinum is pretty different from Diamond and Pearl, I find. So when someone said that, people were like, "Oh yeah, these games they're going to be more than just a redo of Sun and Moon." And you boot the game up, and the first hour is virtually identical, with the exception of the Ultra Recon squad, and people are like, "All right, well, where's the differences?" And so the marketing kind of misled people into thinking that this game was going to be much, much different from Sun and Moon, and it really wasn't. And it didn't have to do that. It didn't have to make the game feel so much different through marketing. People were going to buy it anyway. That's just how Pokemon fans are. And so when people get their hands in the game, I mean, people did not feel particularly great about it, I would say. Um, so the next thing that kind of segues into what people did not feel great about doing was they bought, if you bought two Sun and Moon games, you're buying two Ultra Sun and Moon games. These games are basically the same at the end of the day. Bar some substantial changes later, very substantial changes later, but not what I would say substantially more than what Pokemon Platinum offered. Um, and so you buy two. You don't have to buy two. It's never really been one person supposed to buy two, but you buy two of these games that you expect to be different, and it's like, well, why did these need to be two games? All other third versions were one game, except Black and White 2, which again they were sequels. Oops. And so it leads people to think like, okay, this is quite a cash grab. Or it lets people think that it makes people think more so that this is a cash grab than not, because you're basically buying two versions again 1 year later, and that leads into my final point. This is 1 year later for what is basically DLC. It feels like, or a finished version of Sun and Moon. Like if Sun and Moon had never come out and this came out instead, um, Sun and Moon feel like jokes. Like so it was a bit surprising to people because of the marketing. 1 year later, you have to buy a game again that's basically just an enhanced version with no, it's four new Pokemon, I think, technically. Or not four. It's like, I don't know how you want to count it, but it's like four brand new Pokemon with the Ultra Beasts, and then 3 new forms of Necrozma and a slightly different story. So it's like it just felt very crappy for the consumer to purchase it, and it's unfortunate because the game is definitely a substantial improvement over the original Sun and Moon, I think. And I think this was kind of a big mess up because it made Pokemon fans feel even more like, well, this is just a cash grab, this is just this, and there was quite a bit of backlash within the community, I think, because of that kind of thing. And I really think Game Freak sort of messed up the like this Ultra Wormhole thing ride I'm doing here right now. No accident that I'm doing this in this video. This should have been in the original game. It's so cool and thematically fitting. And if the game's just cooked a little longer, perhaps 1 year later, we would have gotten a superior product. And that's how people felt because of all of these things combined. The marketing misled them originally, and then when it comes down to it, the game wasn't so different at first, and you're buying 2 copies of basically the same game again. And I think it was just quite a big screw up on Nintendo's part because of those things. And all of that stuff culminating together made the games feel horrible to buy. But at the end of the day, they were just horrible to buy. The games are super fun, better than Sun and Moon. I've been enjoying the hell out of this game. I haven't even dug into Ultra Moon yet. It's not even open. But I look forward to it, and I think it sucks that the game's got such a bad rap because of these compounding problems with the marketing and the release and the splitting into 2 versions. All of it made it feel like a lie and then a cash grab, and I don't think it had to feel like that. And it sucks that it divided the community up so bad because, again, these games are pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I want to put more videos out like this, maybe one or so a week, maybe top. That'd be like a lot. But I want to do more videos sort of like this, but and other kinds of videos, obviously more battle videos. I'm going to try and get at least 1 battle out this week with an Ultra Sun and Moon team with some new Pokemon on it. But I never want to turn into one of those YouTubers, especially Pokemon YouTubers always bother me, that are just like, oh, top 10 this, top 10 that, and they're just reading from Bulbapedia or Smogon articles or something. So anyway, I'd appreciate a like, comment, subscribe, and a little bell notification thing. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next video. Have a good one. Oh, and let me know what you think of the games. Were my points correct? Did you enjoy the game? Regardless of these points, do you believe that my points were correct at all? Anything like that? Let me know in the comments. I'm definitely happy to discuss this with you guys. All right, see you later.